So Simon Lancaster, how excited are you about tonight's televised debate? How big a challenge is it for all the participants?
Well, if you're a political geek like me, and I'm self-confessed, I probably need therapy about it, this is the equivalent of the World Cup. And so I'm going to be hanging on the edge of my seat tonight, waiting with bated breath and seeing who's going to be the winner. I suspect most of the rest of the country will be rather more relaxed about it, more sanguine.
A seven-way World Cup final, yes. How easy or difficult is it going to be for any of these 7 participants to really make a mark when there are so many of them trying to get a word in edgeways?
Well, I think the important thing for them to remember is that in a debate, a format like this, people are not going to hear everything that's said, so it's pointless for them to be reeling out loads of statistics, going into detail about policies. Rather, instead, it's focusing on the impression which is left in viewers' minds at the end of it. After the debate last week, of course, everyone was saying afterwards how Ed Miliband looked as if he was a bit, angry at points, and David Cameron looked as if he was a bit nervous. And this is the thing that viewers are really, really left with at the end of a programme like this. And so I think it's important just focusing on what's this end impression that we're going to leave in viewers' minds.
And Simon, it's a big opportunity for the smaller parties, isn't it? I mean, the Greens, for example, Plaid Cymru, to really make a mark and to get their message across.
It's a really big opportunity for them. And Nicola Sturgeon, Leanne Woods, they are fantastic, fantastic speakers. And I think that might be one of the interesting outcomes of tonight's debate, that you actually wind up with English voters looking at Nicola and Leanne and thinking, wow, this is what real socialism looks like. And it could be that afterwards, actually, you get more questions being asked about Ed Miliband's leadership.
All right, Simon, thank you very much indeed. Well, I hope you do enjoy it as much as the World Cup, which is what you compared it to. Let's talk to Joanne Nadler, who's also knows a lot about the way the media works, a conservative media advisor, a former conservative media advisor. Joanne Nadler, thanks very much for being with us. How do you see this evening's debate? How important do you think it is to all of those party leaders who are going to be taking part?
It's very important to them for slightly different reasons. I think the 2 main leaders, if you like, have the most to lose. And as Simon said so eloquently, the minor parties, if I can use that expression, they have a great deal to gain out of this. They could also lose, but they have less to lose because they're so much lower down in people's... people know less about them, and their ratings are lower at the moment.
What do you think David Cameron in particular has got to do in this debate?